Om. 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 Sahana bhavatu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Saha viryam karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam, everyone. Um, we have been looking at the first three sutras from the Narada Bhakti Sutra last week. We will continue from where we left off. The first three sutras sort of prepare us to launch into the study of the Bhakti Sutras. The first was giving us a prerequisite, then the reason for the sutras to be provided by Sri Narada. That's what was the first one, Athato Bhaktim Vyakyasyam. Then Bhakti was described as something which is supreme love and so on, and that which grants us immortality. Now we are going to look at next three sutras. The next three sutras talk about what happens to the person who attains or gains the bhakti. So those are the three sutras we will look at today. We'll start. So what we are going to look at is the fourth sutra. Yallabdhva puman siddho bhavati amrito bhavati tripto bhavati. Yallabdhva puman siddho bhavati amrito bhavati tripto bhavati. Yallabdhva puman siddho bhavati amrito bhavati tripto bhavati. In terms of reading it, let's look at aspirated consonants. Yallabdhva. This ubdhva is actually, there are three consonants in the last section of this word. Ub, ud, and va. Those are the three consonants there. In that, the second consonant ud is an aspirated one. Yallabdhva. Okay. Yallabdhva. So that has to be aspirated. Puman is no aspirated consonant. Siddho. The dho in the uddha, the second letter, which is a compound consonant made up of id and ud. The third letter in the tha varga, the, and the fourth letter in the tha varga, or third class of consonants, the. So ud, the second one is aspirated. Okay, siddho bhavati. Bhavati in the next word, bha is also aspirated. Bhavati. Amrito, there is no consonants aspirated. Again, bhavati appears with bha, which has to be aspirated. Tripto, no consonants which are aspirated. Bhavati again appears, which has to be aspirated. Now let's look at Sandhi split. The first word, Yallabdva, is made up of two words, Yat and Labdva. Yat and Labdva. The It becomes ill because of the Sandhi. So that's here we get Yallabdva. But when it's split, it's Yat and Labdva. Then the word Siddho here, actually it's Siddha without Sandhi. The Visarga becomes U, and that's how you get Dho. Okay, Siddha plus U becomes Siddha plus U becomes Siddho. So Visarga becomes U, and because of that, the last letter becomes Dho. A plus U. Siddha ends with A, then Visarga becomes U, so it becomes O. Okay. Same thing happens to the word Amrito. Amritaha is Amrito because of Sandhi. Then the word Triptaha also becomes Tripto because of Sandhi. Otherwise, the Bhavati does not undergo any changes. There are three Bhavatis showing up. Okay. Now let's look at the meaning. Yat. Yat means which. Which refers to the bhakti which we have already looked at, which is Parama Prema Swarupa, Amrita. Okay. Also, Labdva comes from the word, original root is Lab. Lab is to acquire, gain. Okay, the word Labha or Labham in Tamil comes from the word Lab. Lab means to gain, something you're profiting from. Okay. So Labdva means having gained. So that means you have already gained something. So if you have already gained something, you have already gained bhakti, yat labdva. The next word is puman. Puman, I've translated as human being. The word pum or pumsa, generally refers to man, the masculine word, because in Sanskrit, the masculine gender is also referred to as pullinga, which comes from the word pum or pumsa. The same word gives rise to even the word purusha, okay, divine being. So human being is referred, it's not men alone, it's the human being, the Atman in us. The Purusha is nothing but the Lord, the divine spark within us, which is our real self. That Puman, normally that Atman which is in us, generally we consider it as Jivatma, which is limited by the body and the mind. But this does not refer to that it refers to that which is not the body or the mind. That Atman is in each one of us. That being, Siddha. Siddha means accomplished. Generally, people who have siddhis are considered to be siddhas. But this is the ultimate siddhi. Means there's nothing more to be accomplished. The one who has become perfect. Siddha Bhavati means he does not lack anything. That's the meaning of this Siddha. So the one who has acquired bhakti does not require anything in this world. He has accomplished everything. He has attained everything. He has become perfect. So that's what this means, Siddha. Bhavati. I have used the word becomes, but you can see he is also. The one who has gained bhakti, that Atman is Siddha, is accomplished, perfect. The next word is Amritaha. Amrita, we have already looked at. Mrit means death. Amrita means one who is not, one who does not die, one who does not have death. Yes, Amrita, immortal one. So the one who has attained bhakti is also an Amrita. Because we already looked at bhakti itself is Amrita Swarup. Okay. Bhavati, he becomes, or he is. The last word is Triptaha. Triptaha, one who is content. Tripti, the word Tripti comes from the word Trip, which means one who is fully content, does not require anything. So these are ultimately, these all three are defining the person who is a bhakta in these three words. So it also means that if we are fully content, that means we have bhakti. We don't lack anything, then we have bhakti. So this is for us to even evaluate whether we have attained bhakti. Also, we can use this sutra for that also. We will read a discourse of Swami, an excerpt from one of Swami's discourse. Embodiments of love. You are undoubtedly aware that human life is the noblest and the most precious of all. That is why the Vedas declare Jantunam Narajanma Durlabham. It is a rare blessing to be born a human. You must really appreciate how rare and precious human birth is. Man is called Nara. This word has two syllables, Na and Ra. Na means no, and Ra means death. Thus, Nara means one who is deathless, imperishable, and immortal. If you examine deeply, you will understand the inner meaning of the three words Nara, Narada, and Narayana. Narada, the sage, is the one who shows Narayana, God, to Nara. What a lofty meaning this word Nara has. You must ponder over the fact that man who is intrinsically sacred is now wasting and ruining his invaluable existence. God is not really distinct from man. Narada recognized the identity of man with God and declared that it was not necessary to formally worship God. Narada described the relationship between man and God with the words Yallabdva Puman Siddho Bhavati Amrito Bhavati Tripto Bhavati Atma Ramo Bhavati. Is a true devotee who only wants God, is all the time yearning for God, is intoxicated by the very thought of God, and eventually becomes one with God. Man is really not different from the indweller, and the individual is God himself. Goodness lies in seeing Narayana, God, in Nara, man. On the other hand, man today revels in seeing God as just man. Such perception arises from an utter lack of faith and is considered to be the height of intellectual reasoning. People think that it's important to achieve greatness. However, it is far more important to be good than to be great. The truly good one sees God in every human being. The evil one, on the other hand, reduces even the divine to mundane levels. Such a one can be described as Ravana. Ravana mistook God to be an ordinary human being, quite in contrast to sage Narada, who always saw Narayana in Nara. So this is a discourse Swami gave on 18th May 2000. As you can see, Swami has stated, the sutra also. This word sutra, Yallabdhva, Swami has used so many times, innumerable times. Most of my excerpts today are from discourses where Swami has mentioned them, a few of them. But you can see how much importance Swami has given to this sutra in his talks. I have another small excerpt. Let's look at that as well. Oh, sorry. I think it was a mistake. Sorry. It was a repeat. Yes, Sister Aruna.
Saira, before brother, we move on to the next one. The Swami says about be good than great, kind of, right? So, what I know before I have learned something great mean we have some kind of within the great bring us mamakaram or ahankaram kind of. Is there any other meaning for that? Why is good is better than great, kind of?
Okay, thank you, Sister.
Thank you.
The word great means people want to be better than others. People want to be higher than others. People want to be superior than others. This need for being superior, sorry, the need for being superior is the drive to compete in this world and acquire more power, more money, more everything. So people look up to that person and say he's a great person. A good person is not in the business of being better than anyone else. The person wants to be good. That's all. It does not compare with anyone. The person is just wants to do the right thing. So why Swami always mentions this is, in general, in this modern day world, everyone wants to compete. Swami always uses this because people want to achieve greater and greater heights in the world, maybe in education, maybe with earning money, having positions. Whereas a good person is not interested in any of this. The person is content with whatever they have. Without contentment, one cannot become good. That's why Swami is saying, one who has bhakti, the person is content being a bhakta. They are not interested in any worldly success. Because there's nothing to succeed in this world, because the God is the ultimate thing to gain. And once a person knows that, once a person experiences that, they're not chasing anything in this world. Greatness means to chase things in this world. Goodness is to be good, becoming devotee of God. That's the way I understand, sisters.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'll go to the next sutra. Yat prapya na kinchit vanchati, na sochati, na dveshti, na ramate, notsahi bhavati. Yat prapya na kinchit vanchati, na sochati, na dveshti, na ramate, notsahi bhavati. Yat prapya na kinchit vanchati, na sochati, na dveshti, na ramate, notsahi bhavati. This is the fifth sutra. Let's look at words which may be difficult or which require attention to chant, to read or say. Yat prapya na kinchit, no aspirated consonants, so it should be easier. The next word, vanchati. The incha in the second letter is a compound consonant. In that, the cha is the second letter in the cha class of sound, so it has to be aspirated. Vanchati. Okay, vanchati. Next word, there's none, no aspirated consonant, na sochati, na dveshti. In this ish, you have to understand that it's a cerebral sh, so the tip of the tongue should be pointing upwards. Dveshti. Na ramate, notsahi, no aspirated consonants. Bhavati again shows up. The bha is a aspirated consonant, so bhavati. Okay, that's any pronunciation aspects. We'll look at the sandhi split. The first one, yat praptya, actually there is sandhi, but no changes in any sound. Yat and prapya become yat prapya. It's just that they're put together as one letter. No other change due to sandhi. Yat prapya na kinchit. The kinchit, the ut has become ud because of sandhi. That's the only change. Vanchati na sochati, no changes. Na dveshti, no change. Na ramate, no change. Notsahi is made up of na utsahi. Na plus u becomes no. Okay. A and u becomes o. So na and u becomes no. Notsahi. That's the only other sandhi. So if it's split, it's na utsahi bhavati. We will look at the meaning. So the first one tells what the big person becomes in a positive sense. Here it's all from a negative sense, what the person is not. This sutra is all about what such a person, one who has attained bhakti, is not. Let's look at the meaning. Yat prapya, we have looked at yat, which prapya, having attained. So first one is labdva, this is prapya, having attained. Both of them are similar in meaning, because if you look at the root words, the first one is lab. So in the Panini Ashtadhyayi, he is giving definitions of different verb roots. There, for the word lab, the definition he has given is prapya. That is, attaining is the meaning of word lab. And the word prapyate is made up of two. Actually, there's a pra is a affix in the front, prefix in the front. And ap is the pra plus ap is the root, the word, noun, verb itself. So the word ap, or the root word ap, has the meaning lambade in Panini's grammar. So basically, these interchangeably usable words. Prap means ap itself is to attain, acquire. But prap means one who has attained in every way. In every way, when a person attains this, that's called prap. Generally, the word used is no prapti, that is what the person is eligible to acquire because of purva janma karmas. His prapti is that, that means that's the extent to his luck. That's the fate. That kind of meaning is also given. So prapya means having attained. So having attained bhakti. Kinchit. Kinchit means anything, not even a little. Not, na kinchit generally means not even a little. Kinchit means even a little bit. Na vanchati. I put the nas next to the verbs here mostly. Na means no, vanchati. Vancha means desire, wanting something. Okay. So the person having attained bhakti does not want anything in this world. Kinchit na vanchati. He will not want anything. So he doesn't desire anything. He doesn't even lack anything. He doesn't even have a need for anything. Okay. Na vanchati. Na sochati. Is never sad. Does not sorrow. That means he will not be sad at any point in time. The one who has bhakti will never be sad about anything in this world. Na dveshti. Dveshti means he does not hate anyone, does not have any ill feeling towards anyone. Even in, I think we have already looked at the chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam is one of the qualities. Adveshta means one who does not have hatred. Is what Krishna defines one who has bhakti as, but who is very dear to him. Okay, so Adveshta means one who does not have any hatred. So Nadveshti means the person with devotion will not hate anyone, will not have any ill feeling about anyone. Na Ramate. Na Ramate, I've used the meaning does not enjoy. Means he does not enjoy anything in this world. He's not excited about anything. Or he if somebody gives something and says how it is, a person will say it's okay. Okay. He will not be overly thrilled about something. Why? Because he's already tasting the Lord. Because he's already enjoying the Lord, that he doesn't enjoy anything else in this world. Na Ramate. The next one is Notsahi Bhavati. I have slightly overchanged them. I've said Utsahi Na Bhavati. Utsahi means enthusiasm. Someone who is very enthusiastic is Utsahi, means very excited about something. Did you see this? And, have you gone here? Have you gone, have you experienced this? People get all excited about insignificant things in this world. He is never excited about anything. He doesn't even have motivation, if you want to put it that way. He's not motivated to do anything in this world. He may still act, but it's not, that if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Because a devotee is always content with everything. Of course, people can say, oh, he or she is complacent, not making any effort, not progressing in life. Because for a bhakta, there's no more progress needed. I've attained the maximum, there's nothing more need to be attained. Because he's Siddha, who has accomplished everything in this world. He does not have any need. So one can say he's the most boring person for the normal world person. They're not interested in anything, not motivated in anything. Because the devotee is only thinking about the Lord, continuously immersed in the Lord. So all these good qualities will come out. So if we say we are devotee of Swami, we should check whether any of this applies to us. Okay, so based on that, we can evaluate, maybe we have still work to do. We have to do abhyasa to become that devotee. We'll get to that point. He's never sad about anything in this life. He doesn't desire anything, never excited about anything, never chases anything in this world. So that is a bhakta. We'll read a few excerpts of Swami. I think a couple I guess. Men have been concerned with the 4 goals of human life. The Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Righteousness, wealth, sensuous desires, and liberation. But there's a 5th goal, love. Only when love is achieved will the world become an earthly paradise. Where love prevails, there will be no room for hatred or envy. Love can have no truck with evil thoughts and actions. Because this is what I picked up, but I don't know how accurate that translation is. Love can have no truck with evil thoughts or actions. Love should be steadfast and unwavering. If one goes on hopping from one Swami to another, from one worship to another, he will never experience love of the divine. One word, one path, that should be the aim. Today, thousands of people have gathered here. What has brought them together here? Love is the main cause. Without love, few of you would have come from such distant places. How does this love expresses itself? Is a process of give and take. You have to receive God's love. And you have to offer your love. But both are one and the same love. God's love is reflected in your bodies. That is the meaning of the Gita declaration. A fragment of mine is present in everyone in this cosmos. That divine element in you should not be misused. It should be used for the benefit of others. The divine principle of love is being treated with narrow ideas. From ancient times, sages welcomed this principle with open arms. Narada declared, Yallabdva puman siddho bhavati amrito bhavati tripto bhavati. Having gained divine love, parama prema, a person becomes perfect, immortal, and contented. He considered divine love as supreme over all things. Just as without sugar, no sweet will have sweetness. Without love, nothing in life can have any value. Your heart is inherently filled with love, but you are ignoring this plenitude and going after the trivial. Your real sustenance will come from this divine love and not from other petty pleasures. Every cell in the human body is filled with love. It is this microcosmic love that fills the entire cosmos. You have no need to go in search of love elsewhere. It is all within you. A man makes every effort to accumulate wealth. An equal effort is needed to acquire the wealth of love. Men today invest their assets of love in pitiful ventures. Instead, they should invest all their love in the divine bank of devotion. This deposit is not only safe, but will yield you increasing returns in terms of bliss. Your heart is the bank where your love for God should be deposited. Deposits elsewhere are insecure. Deposits of money may be in danger of being lost, but the deposit in your heart is immune from any kind of theft or loss. Make your deposit safe by ensuring it within your heart. It is totally safe, though it has no bolts, doors, or locks. This love has been characterized as Amrita Swarupa, the form of eternal nectar. Nectar pleases only the palate, but divine love confers eternal bliss which is sweeter than nectar. Everyone should resolve to acquire this nectarine love. Today, your foremost duty is to engage, to enthrone Tyaga, sacrifice. Only when sacrifice reigns, love will come into its own. All your latent potentialities will then manifest themselves. You will succeed in all your legitimate undertakings. When love becomes the ruling principle, sorrow and disappointment will disappear. That was why the Vedas declared this, that sacrifice alone is the key to immortal bliss. God is love. How can you hope to realize God without love? How to manifest that love that is within you? You have to engage your hands in clapping as you chant the names of Rama, Krishna, and others. Recite the names of the Lord with your mouth. If you really desire to experience God, you must remember the name of the Lord always, like Prahlada. Om Namo Narayanaya. Sing the praises of the Lord like Radha and Meera. Worship the Lord like Jayadeva, Gauranga, and Tukaram. Shed tears in devotion before the figure of the Lord like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. then you will experience a lot. People shed tears over petty things, but do not shed a single tear for the Lord. There are two kinds of tears, the tears of joy and tears of sorrow. What you have to shed for God are the tears of joy. So there's a discourse Swami gave on his birthday in 1996, where he has nicely spoken about this devotion, the contentment which comes out of devotion, the known without having any need to chase after various things in this world. I think there's one statement which I thought I would just point out again, because everyone thinks we are all content, but we are all, we are all devotees to Swami. I'll just read that paragraph again. Because where love prevails, there will be no room for hatred or envy. Love can have no track, actually. Just put the word track, okay. Okay. With evil thoughts and actions, love should be steadfast and unwavering. If one goes on hopping from one Swami to another, from one form of worship to another, he will never experience love of divine. One word, one path, that should be the aim. Because in spirituality, digging in multiple places will not grant us any water. Same way, I think the one who's a real devotee will not look anywhere else. He'll be one-pointed because he would be content with what they have. So I'll stop there and we'll go to the third sutra for today, which is the sixth sutra. Yajñātva matto bhavati stabdho bhavati atmaramo bhavati. Yajñātva matto bhavati stabdho bhavati atmaramo bhavati. Yajñātva matto bhavati stabdho bhavati atmaramo bhavati. Well, let's just look at consonants which require some attention to pronounce. Yajñātva, no aspirated consonant, so it should be rather simple. Matto bhavati, the bha has to be aspirated. The next word, stabdho, the last letter, dho, is the fourth letter in the tha varga, or tha class of consonant, so it has to be aspirated. Stabdho. Then bhavati, again bha, which has to be aspirated. Atma Ramo is all simple. Bhavati again is bha aspirated. Let's look at the sandhi splits. Yajñātva. What has happened is yat, the tha has become ja because of sandhi. So that's why you get yajñātva. Okay. Yajñātva. The word mattaha has become matto. Visarga has become u, and that's how you get matto. Same thing with stabdha. It becomes stabdho. Atmaramaha also becomes atmaramo. So it's the same sandhi at work here. Otherwise, it should be simple. There are no other sandhis. Let's look at the mere word meaning. Yat, again which? Jnatva means having known. Having known. After having known what the bhakti is, that means this known means just not intellectual understanding, experientially knowing. Once we have experienced it and having knowledge of that is the ajñātva. Mattaha. Mattaha means one who is mad, one who is also intoxicated, one who does not have any sense of where the world is. Madness for God. Okay. Mattaha bhavati. He becomes so mad after God. that people will think this person is crazy. Okay. So in Tamil, there's a nice word, pitta, one who is so mad is as good as one who is a drunkard, intoxicated one, or one who is mad. Generally, people who are mentally deranged. That way also people can see such people. They become that. The next one is stabdha. They become still. They become so still, nothing affects them. Externally, they may be active or, they may be doing things, but internally, they will be still. The mind will be still. Nothing will move them or shake them. Sabdaha bhavati. Atmaramaha bhavati. Atmaramaha means Atman Ramati. It means one who is so delighted in the Atman. When a person is continuously enjoying, we looked at the word na ramate previously. That means he is not excited or enjoys anything else. Because he is an Atmaram. That means one who is only enjoying the Atman, enjoying the divine. So one who delights in the Atman. So the one who has bhakti, so all these descriptions are given. The ultimate one is he is just continuously enjoying the Atman. Because of that, the world will not exist. They will not be after anything else in this world. Nothing else will excite them and make them want to chase that, because they are all one-pointed attention to that one Atman, the Lord, in whom they are completely immersed. That's what the bhakti is. So as you can see, there are 3 sutras which gives certain descriptions of the devotee. Actually, all of them can be considered as qualities of a devotee in one show. I have a couple of excerpts. Let's read. Love has no birth, no death. It is ever present. It shines in the heart when all worldly feelings are driven away from it. This is the main teaching of the Vedas. It is not possible to describe this love. Narada used many adjectives to describe love, but he could not give full description of it. He said, having attained that, man gets total satisfaction, fulfillment, ecstasy, and bliss. Yallabdva puman icharamo bhavati, tripto bhavati, matto bhavati, atmaramo bhavati. Love is like a priceless gem. None can estimate its value. Meera sang, I have found the jewel of the divine name. Payoji maine naam ratna dhana payo. Where can you find this priceless gem? In which market can you find it? Even ordinary gems are not displayed outside. Only fish are kept outside in the market. Gems are kept safely in an iron safe and are shown only to those who can buy them. Where is this priceless gem of love available? You cannot buy it like any other commodity in a market. This gem of love is available only with God, who is the embodiment of love. It is available only in the bazaar of love and in the shop of love. God is the sole owner of this love. It is possible to get it only from Him. One may estimate the value of all the jewels in this world, but no one can estimate the value of the gem of love. It is impossible to describe this glorious, eternal, sacred, and priceless principle of love. Therefore, do not undervalue love and do not consider it as an ordinary thing and thereby lose it. Once it is lost, it can never be regained. Having attained the proximity of Sai, do not fritter away this golden opportunity, but make best use of it. If you lose this chance to serve the lotus feet of the Lord of Parthi, you will never get it again. He develops devotion in you, confers strength on you, and ultimately grants you liberation. This is a discourse on the 27th July 1986. And the last one is actually Padhyamo Swami. Chikkina saayini vakkalayaka mak chakka chesukondi. Poyina chikkadi ee partisuni pada sevayandi. Bhaktini ichi raktini cherchi mukti cherchunandi. Like that, Swami is, it's a Padhyam, it's a poem which Swami has sung so many times. So it's an opportunity you have got. Swami says, don't waste it. Because in the name of love, we are busy in this world. But the love Swami always spoke about is the love for God. Even the word love all, serve all means, love all means see the divine in everyone. See the Sai in everyone is love all. But when we say serve all, that Sai is the one we serve. But we sometimes dilute the meaning of that word love, which Swami is referring to, or Karma Prema, and call it this and that. And so Swami is reinforcing that. I have another excerpt. It's a slightly lengthy one, but let's read that. Your destiny is related to your deservedness. I have already explained the meaning of destiny, adrishta. Adrishta is that which cannot be seen by drishti, physical eye. Sow a thought, reap a tendency. Sow a tendency, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap character. Sow character, reap destiny. Therefore, your destiny depends on your qualities. Your qualities depend on your way of thinking. Your actions are decided by your thoughts. Therefore, your thoughts are responsible for your happiness and sorrow. As are the thoughts, so is the human nature. Therefore, first and foremost, try to channelize your thoughts in the right direction. People blame others for their suffering. You think others are responsible for your misery and misfortune. This is a great mistake. Others are not the cause of your good fortune and misfortune. Your own thoughts are responsible for both. The type of actions that you perform depend on the nature of your feelings. You pass the examination when you make the right effort. On the other hand, lack of proper effort results in your failure. When you make an effort sincerely and wholeheartedly, you will surely pass. But when you fail, the defect lies in your effort. The same is true in all fields of human endeavor. If you want to be successful in all your endeavors, develop good thoughts bereft of selfishness and self-interest. Your thoughts and feelings should reflect your true nature. Human nature is termed as swabhava. Swa means Atma. Therefore, the feelings that are rooted in Atma denote your true nature. In the same way, Swadharma is related to the Atma and Paradharma to the physical body and senses. Swabhava means innate nature and Prabhava denotes worldly nature. Swadharma and Swabhava manifest from spiritual heart. They cannot be acquired from outside. The heart suffused with spiritual feelings experiences infinite bliss and divine ecstasy. It leads to divine intoxication and makes one forget oneself. That is why Sage Narada said, having attained that, one gets total satisfaction, fulfillment, ecstasy, and bliss. Yalladhva puman icharamo bhavati, tripto bhavati, matto bhavati, atma ramo bhavati. One's thoughts are responsible for everything. One should realize, I am responsible for everything. My thoughts are responsible, and none other is the cause of my happiness or sorrow. Such a person becomes noble and one of fruitful resolve. That alone manifests their innate nature and realizes That one alone manifests their innate nature and realizes that the Atma is the source of everything. It's the power of the Atma that makes the tongue speak and the ears hear and the eyes see. When one realizes that the source of everything is the Atma, one attains a state of thoughtlessness and supreme peace. What is peace? Even those people who march forward in life, facing all types of difficulties and sufferings, do not necessarily experience peace. One should remain equal-minded in happiness and sorrow, gain and loss, victory and defeat. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labhav jaya jaya. Only those who treat happiness and sorrow alike can experience peace. Both happiness and sorrow are temporary and transient like day and night. Both are like passing clouds. None of them is permanent. If today you are feeling the happiness of the full moon day, tomorrow you will be facing the sorrow of the dark night. Both are temporary and impermanent. That is why Lord Krishna said, because the world is temporary and full of misery, contemplate on me constantly. Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasva mam. Who in this world is experiencing eternal happiness and everlasting bliss? None. One moment you experience happiness and the next moment you are engulfed in sorrow. Therefore, peace and happiness have to be manifested from within. This cannot be acquired from outside. Everybody desires peace and says, I want peace, I want peace, I want peace. When I ask our overseas devotees to come here, what do you want? They usually say, I want peace. How many words are there in this sentence? There are 3 words. If you remove 2 words, I and want, meaning ego and desire, you get peace ready-made. Peace is always in you, with you and around you. You cannot have peace from the world. In the world, you have only pieces, pieces and pieces. Peace is within you. You are the embodiment of peace. You are the embodiment of truth. You are the embodiment of love. You are the embodiment of divinity. You can experience peace only when you realize this truth. World, the manifestation of cosmic consciousness. People are a combination of body, mind, and the Atma. On that basis only, it is said that you are not one person but 3. The one you think you are, the one others think you are, and the one you really are. The one you think you are is related to your physical body. The one others think you are is related to your mind. The one you really are is related to the Atma. You are not the body or the mind. You are the embodiment of Atma. You can attain the knowledge of the Atma, self, by self-sacrifice and experience divine bliss, which is your real innate nature, Swabhava. Swa symbolizes Swan, Hamsa, which is said to have the ability to separate milk from water. The Hamsa Gayatri or Soham mantra gives one the discrimination to distinguish between the self and the non-self. You yourself are Hamsa, supreme spirit typified by the pure white color of the swan. But when you realize your true self and develop the knowledge to discriminate between the self and the non-self, you become Paramahamsa, realized soul. Many sages are given the title Paramahamsa because they have the knowledge to discriminate between the self and the non-self. They are established in the self and have no body attachment. To distinguish between the self, Atma, and the non-self, Anatma, between the field, Kshetra, and the knower of the field, Kshetrajna, is the hallmark of a realized soul. One cannot separate oneself from the world and nature, but one should try to gradually give up physical and worldly outlook. The world, Jagat, is the combination of nature and God. God is like the cause and nature is the effect. The name Jagat itself signifies that which comes and goes. Jagat is a combination of the two syllables Ja and Gat. Ja means to come and Gat means to go. Therefore, it comes and goes. It is only temporary and not permanent. Nothing comes permanently, nothing goes permanently. What goes comes back, what comes goes back. That is why it is called unreal, mithya. There are so many words like mithya that describe the unreal nature of the world. It is not possible to give up the world. One should visualize God in it. The world is nothing but the manifestation of cosmic consciousness. This consciousness is God verily. One's conscience is an aspect of consciousness. It's the presence of conscience that makes one conscious or aware at the physical and worldly level. Conscience is the witness and consciousness is the awareness. Conscience, consciousness, and awareness are all related to each other. They belong to the same family. You go to a market and buy an orange, paying some money. You discard the outer skin and seeds in it and drink only the juice. Just because you have paid money for the entire fruit, do you eat the rind and the seeds also? No. If you eat the rind and seeds, your tongue will have to experience bitter taste. Though you have paid money for the entire fruit, you have to discard the rind and seeds and drink only the juice. Similarly, in life, you have to discard those things that are harmful and accept those that are beneficial. You have to give up bad thoughts, bad qualities, bad feelings, and bad actions, which are like the seeds of a fruit to be discarded. Then, what do you have to accept and experience? You have to accept all that is sweet, madhuram. God is the embodiment of sweetness. His speech is sweet, his look is sweet, everything about him is sweet. The sweetness you should imbibe. You have to accept all that is good and sweet and reject all that is bad and bitter. What leads people along the evil path? The bad qualities and bad thoughts lead them to the path of evil. Whenever any bad thought arises in your mind, drive it away. Thinking evil thoughts are not proper for a human. Remind yourself, I am human, I am human, I am not an animal, I am not an animal. A human being should have human qualities. Hatred, anger, lust, jealousy, etc. are animal qualities. You should inquire, what are my natural qualities? Your natural qualities are truth, righteousness, love, non-violence, forbearance, and noble conduct. Evil thoughts are not natural to man. Compassion is the true quality of a human being. One should lead one's life with compassion. Lord Rama was the epitome of compassion. It was the quality of compassion that added to his divine glory. Every human being should imbibe this quality of compassion. One who imbibes such good qualities will have no room for sorrow, because sorrow is a result of evil qualities. First and foremost, suffuse your heart with love. If you fill your heart with love, only words of love will come out of your mouth and you will look at everyone with love. Whatever is the type of water you store in a tank, the same type of water will come out of the taps. Therefore, start the day with love. Fill the day with love. Spend the day with love. End the day with love. This is the way to God. Treasure love in your heart. A person without love is like a living corpse. You should become the embodiment of love. If only you fill your heart with love, it will take care of everything. If you sow a seed in the soil, it will grow into a tree with branches, sub-branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. You have sown only one seed. From where did the branches, sub-branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits come? They all came from the seed only. Likewise, sow a seed of love, you'll grow into a tree of love, then all your thoughts and your entire life will be suffused with love. As Adi Shankara said, many sorrows afflict humanity. Birth is a misery, old age is a misery, family is a misery, and death is a terrible misery. So be careful, be careful. Janma dukkam, jara dukkam, jaya dukkam, punah punah, antyakale mahadukkam, tasmat, jagrata, jagrata. This is a Sanskrit verse. Worldly sorrows will not afflict you if you take shelter under the tree of love. But the birds of evil qualities may sometimes come and sit on this tree. What should you do to drive away these birds? When you clap your hands and sing bhajans like Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Narayana, these birds of evil qualities will fly away. So this is a discourse from the 6th of July 1996. I thought it was very apt for us to read it. It sort of, just gives us what we should do, having learned these 3 sutras of Narada about bhakti, one who has attained bhakti, how that person will be. It will be good for us to remind ourselves regularly, and that way we can keep the goal of reaching that one day with Swami's divine grace. I will stop here, and if there are any questions, and if I have any answer, I will share. Saira. Sairam Kalyani.
Sarah, Uncle. When Swami's saying it the same way for the utsaham, that one is also, you should have enthusiasm when it comes to God, right? But
Yeah, until we reach God, we should have enthusiasm for God. But once you have that, once you have Him, then there's no more enthusiasm left. This is after attaining. Yes, utsaha for the Lord is important until we attain. But these are descriptions of someone who has fully attained. So until we reach these qualities, we should have utsaham to attain the Lord. Enthusiasm. I hope that answers.
But how do you reconcile? I think we had learned once in one of the Gita shlokas how Krishna was saying that he does all actions with enthusiastically to be a role model for others. And kind of.
Yeah. See, the thing is, the enthusiasm for God will always exist. The thing is, a devotee is actually submissive to the Lord. If the Lord is the doer, we will just do whatever He tells. Our enthusiasm is only to please the Lord, I think. Yeah, I understand. But once you attain the Lord, then you are one with the Lord. The Lord is doing whatever He has to do. And you become an empty vessel or empty flute, which just lets the Lord flow through you. Because the enthusiastic devotee is not even aware that he is acting. Because the person is only focused on being with the Lord. And the Lord will act through that person, is my understanding. Because some of these instructions are given for different stages of our progress towards the ultimate state. For example, if you say prapya, that means you have attained the state. You have reached. You have actually sort of merged with the Lord. At that point in time, if anything happens, they will say Krishna is doing it. I as an individual will not do. I as a different person will not do it. That sense of separate identification itself doesn't exist. So that's the way I would say. Because Krishna is acting with enthusiasm because not of the activity. He's enthusiastic by nature. He is in a state of bliss. That person will do everything because that person is continuously experiencing the divine, not anything else in this world. That's my understanding. I hope that answers.
Yes.
That is my limited understanding, but I hope that helps.
Yes, thank you.
Saira. Yes, Sister Aruna. You have to unmute, sister.
Brother, shall we go back to the one word, one path again, please? Because we sing all God's name, right? So where we have to focus that one name, one path, because when I talk, my understanding is something that I wanted to understand from you. What is that one word? Thanks.
Yes, I am, sister. See, I think this is always a question. How do we have to have bhajans? Should we sing all the names? All these are questions which come. Just to go back, apparently in, I think Mani Auntie, I don't know whether she is here on the call.
Yes, brother, she's here.
Yeah, so I think she's the best person. They used to have 24-hour Akhanda Bhajan when they started, because Mani Auntie was fortunate, and we are fortunate to have her here today. So when they started this 24 Akhanda Bhajan, Swami told them once, sing for 24 hours Sai Hare, Baba Hare, for 24 hours. So I think they came up with various different ragas, tunes, and they tried to sing for 24 hours Sai Hare, Baba Hare. At the end of it, I think they found that was too difficult for them to do. And then they stopped. And then Swami said, okay, now you go back to singing all the names. See, that was one event in the avatar of Swami.
Sairam.
Sairam,
Arun.
Auntie. Maybe Auntie, you tell, and then I
No,
will.
that we sang Sai Hare, Baba Hare for 24 hours.
Yes.
Afterwards, what happened is general public did not understand this. Why we are singing only Sai Hare, Baba Hare? Why not other names of Lord, Rama, Krishna, and Devi? So people started complaining. Why are you going on Sai Hare, Baba Hare? So Swami had to listen to these devotees, and then he said, next year you start singing about Rama and Krishna and all the godheads. That's how the Namavali started. Sairam.
Thank you very much, Auntie. So as you can imagine, it was an instruction by Swami. It was a lesson for anyone always to follow. So an individual devotee, so you can imagine what happened. Swami gave the instruction, sing Sai Hare, Baba Hare. But when people said, where's Rama and Krishna gone? Whom we like, then he said, sing that also. Because I think one thing Swami has again and again said, we should not force other people to do what we believe. So generally, bhajans which are conducted in a public setting, different people attached to different names come. See, that bhajan activity is only an inspiration to continue with what we do on a personal basis every day. At a personal level, it's only one name, one form. That is the only thing which can give us sadhana. Some of the bhajans which we conduct is nothing but other than service. Number one. Number two, you can also describe all the names as belonging to Swami also. That is something which is an intermediate stage. Because we like different words, we want variety. All that is needed until we reach that one name is enough to take you everywhere. See, Narada sang Namo Narayana, nothing else. But that doesn't mean all other names are not good or not right or not the best. Each devotee has to choose what one name is, but as a personal sadhana, one name is one form is the path to follow, is my understanding. But until we reach that stage.
So that means it's another way of saying you see that names are from one God.
Yes.
And you relate like that. That's like an attribute or
Yes.
that thing.
That is only intermediate stages. In the final stage, only one.
Okay.
You don't need multiple names. The word Rama should send somebody to ecstasy. Hanuman only chanted Rama. He did not want to even chant the name Krishna. For him, Rama was everything. He
Okay.
didn't need anything. But until we reach that stage, we could try other things to enhance our devotion. But
So
the
when
real-
we sing, brother, we think that is Swami's attribute, like he has
It's
taken
okay.
that to see.
No,
Okay, then now I understand.
it
At the one
depends on
level,
this.
we had to reach to one name.
Exactly. This is
But
all about the final destination.
I take those names as his attribute. Like
It's okay.
he came down to show this is what it is,
See,
kind of.
Swami will eat only
As one.
Swami only ate ragi. But devotees wanted to give all the dishes they tasted to Swami.
Okay, okay.
Okay, but will he say no? He will just accept.
Yes.
But for him, ragi mudda is enough for lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good.
Until we reach that stage, we want variety. Our senses are craving for different sounds. All this is needed. I think that's my understanding. This is the
So
final
one
stage.
more question, brother. The Amrita and Mrita. This
Mrit
so
means
is this the same spelling, brother?
yes, same.
The same spelling.
Yes.
So Amrita and immortality Amrita is the same
Same.
way of saying.
Mrita.
Given as one then.
Pardon?
Oh, it's both comes into one. Oh, okay. So you have to reach that level too then.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, fine.
Yes, yes, Sister Kalyani.
Oh, sorry, Uncle. Just on the page 20, there's a part of the quotation. It says, none of them is permanent. If today you are feeling happiness of the full moon day, tomorrow you will be facing the sorrow of the dark night.
Yes.
So why is Swami saying happiness of the full moon day? Like, is that some special?
So generally, people like to see the full moon. Full moon gives joy to people. Generally, if you're in the darkness, so you are in the jungle, forest, or you are in the sea, you don't see anything in a new moon day or when there's Amavasya. So that is a challenging time because it's tough to work somewhere where there's no light. Because this world is always conceived as something which is dark, where God doesn't exist. So moon is the light which we see in this dark existence. So moon is, once you see moon, you'll be happy. Once you see God's things are positive, if you're happy. But when there's no light at the end of the tunnel, means it's sad. But both, in the tunnel, you will sometimes see the light at the end of the tunnel, sometimes you will not see. That's what happens in this world. Both will happen. Both are impermanent. That they also will pass because it's a cyclical nature of life. So there's equal darkness, equal light. In this world, everything is equal in the duality, which is what Swami is highlighting. Generally, when there's light in the time of darkness, people are happy. At home, if you don't have light, it'll be tough. You'll bump into things. If you switch on the light, everything is happy. Or things are smooth. So that's what it is. I hope that answers.
Thank you, Uncle. And just one quick question: if the saying about what you think you are is the body and what others think you are is the mind. I guess generally, I feel like mostly when you think of yourself, you think more of your thoughts and your mind is, whereas when you see somebody else, you think more of their physical form. So
see, so we are all attached to the body. We only feel our body. What it feels, everything is understood. So each of us actually feel our body in the first person. No one, others can only know what we are feeling about our body when we speak. Only at the mental sphere, others can figure out what we may be experiencing. As a person, I experience my body firsthand. Others can experience what my body is only as a second hand. So what I will have to do, I will have to think, okay, what will they understand? How to make them think like that? Even if we are worried about what others think of our looks, We are only thinking about what will they think of me, and I am thinking what they are thinking of me.
Okay.
What others think of me is an experience for me in my mind only. Okay. They may think, oh, they may be thinking my nose is sharp, or oh, it's short, it's not very ugly. It's all in my mind. What others thinking is in my mind. Okay. So I know how my nose is, and then I think what will others think is all in my head. I'm all worried about that also. But one who is really, so that is why the others think you are. Okay, I hope that.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay, silent. Yes, Sister Ananthi.
In the very last page, or the one, the great Jnani Adi Shankara said that birth is a misery, and I understood from Swami's discourses, even a couple of pages before, Swami said human birth is a blessing. I also understood without have the human birth, we cannot elevate ourselves in the spiritual ladder. Or that's a great, the opportunity, God gifted opportunities, the human birth. Why is the great Adi Shankara said birth is a misery? I can understand old age is a misery, family is a misery, death is a terrible misery, but why the birth is a misery?
Okay, Sairam, sister. See, Swami gave see, if you get an orange, you are lucky. You go to the store and you buy an orange, it's very lucky because it has sweetness in it. The orange has sweet juice. You are lucky. But if you're not careful and if you're eating the seeds or swallowing it or biting on the rind, that will give you pain. So that's why tasma jagrada jagrada. The world, which though it's even a human birth, is beneficial, it's good, it has some bad parts which we have to be vigilant about. If we are not vigilant, we will suffer. So that's all Adi Shankara is telling. He is not telling this word. In each of these, there is dukkha embedded in this world. Even in our own human life, there's dukkha embedded. Yes, it is beneficial. Just like, you buy a mango, it's sweet. If you swallow the seed, that's the end of, you will choke on it. So you have to be careful. Like children, we tell, be careful, don't swallow the seed, spit it out. Because the children doesn't know. So you have to be vigilant what to throw out and what to consume. Yes, Narajanma is definitely beneficial. But if we are not careful, we may step on the thorn and not enjoy the rose.
So the Adi Shankara is that we should be careful
Exactly.
in every step of the way,
Yes.
up until end of the life cycle. That's
Yes.
what it really means from here. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, brother.
Silent. Thank you. Yes, Sister Arun.
Sairam, brother, you have briefly said about the Amritam. Is there any way you can connect that Amrita, both words, please? There should be something. Thank you, Sairam.
See, Mrita is death. Amrita is non-death. Okay. The ultimate sweetness is when you reach immortality. Okay. All other sweetness is only we imagine it to be sweet. Amrita is the only thing which is completely sweet. Other things are only imagined. Okay. So actually, Amrita means immortality. All of us we want to be living forever. If today you are told you are going to live forever, you will be happy. That is the sweetest thing you will hear. In this world, the sweetest thing everyone wants to achieve is immortality. We should not die, others should not die. then if that is given, we will say we don't need anything else in this world, because everyone is scared of that. The ultimate sweetness is not being mortal for a human being. See, you will give up, even you will give up anything else in this world. If somebody says, even if you give a sweet, something sweet, and if there's poison, you will not touch it, because you're more worried about your life than even the taste of sweetness. Okay, this sweetness is actually at all levels, not tongue alone. If you think of the body, you're only thinking of the sweetness of the tongue. But if you're thinking of the divine, you are not thinking about sweetness on the tongue. At the physical level, amritam is only what is sweet on your tongue. But at the spiritual level, amritam is immortality.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I think I just shared my understanding only. Sai Ram, we will close. If there are no questions, we'll close, and we'll meet next week to continue the study of Narada Bhakti Sutras. Sai Ram. Om Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram, everyone.
Ram.
Sai Ram.